Alright, so we got parts out here baking in the sun. That's gonna be black, that's gonna be blue. Got all this stuff, like miscellaneous brackets and stuff. Like I said, we're not making anything perfect here. We're not making a race truck or a show truck or anything like that. We got 2 of the pistons back in, torqued to 22 foot-pounds for now. We're gonna get them all torqued to 22. Then I think it's 44, and then I think it's another 60-degree rotation. So these 2 are done. We got 1 ring. I did them all in the same rotation up here. You don't want them on the thrust side. So just like that, and then 90 degrees, and then right here offset a little bit from this one. So that's how we're gonna run it. New tappet cover, billet tappet cover is on. Like I said, getting that bracket painted, and then I'm gonna pull the motor mounts off like I was saying in the last video. I'm not sure what color we're gonna paint. I might paint the motor mounts blue as well. It's all coming together pretty nicely. Might even paint the turbo drain, who knows? All right, here's where we are at. All the pistons are in. Pickup tube. Front guy is on right here. I cleaned it up a little bit. Yeah. So we're gonna get the pan on. I might go grab it today or tomorrow. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna grab it today. I think the rear main seal's gotta go on first. So the rear main's gotta go on. Got the pickup tube all cleaned out, whole screen. There's no oil in that or no metal shavings in that anymore. Everything's torqued. We did 22, 44, and then 60 degrees. And yeah, so they're all good. Hopefully we didn't lower the life expectancy of this engine by me pulling them out, because the bearings were pretty dirty over there. So I cleaned them all off with brake clean, and then we threw motor oil on them, cleaned them all up, and hopefully they're good. I'm gonna start getting accessories back on this thing. So I went home yesterday, and I really didn't film anything yesterday. Except a little bit. So painted, oil pans on, this guy, I'm gonna clean this off. You can see all the crud that I scraped off this motor. Like, just big old chunks of bullshit. So this side especially, there was definitely a big leak. This thing TDC, and it's gonna get thrown in today. So, painting the rear, this guy here, we're gonna paint the motor mounts blue and then leave the black for that to kind of separate it. I feel like it'll pop pretty good. I know this is aluminum. I said I couldn't paint aluminum, but felt like I'd give it a try, and it's actually sticking pretty damn well. So I did not paint the front section, the case. I didn't want to paint this just because of all the labels here. I know I could have taped it off, but whatever. All right, here's where we're at so far. Yeah, so these bolts I do not take out because I like the orientation, so these bolts are just gonna have to stay blue. I should have taped them off, but oh well. Motor mount is on this side. We have plenty of clearance back behind. So there she is, coming together. Now I just we're gonna put the other side on. I'm gonna go get the starter, possibly pick up the head gasket, and I need to get a pilot bearing. This one's shot, so I didn't paint the back side of this for obvious reasons, but I need a pilot, and I red Loctited these, impacted them on, so we're good here. Yes, a little bit of hot spots and shit, but we're gonna reuse it, dumb the power down, should be all right. So I've been really bad at keeping you guys up to date, but it's Thursday now. All we got to do is paint this motor mount, get the pilot bearing in, and throw the clutch on, and then it can physically go in the truck. I did get a head gasket set, so we're going to clean the bottom of this head up. Here's the head gasket set here. That was a fun ordeal this morning, hauling this, because it's like this was a big sail in my backpack just hanging up like this. So we'll get that installed. Also do the front crank sensor, the tone ring and all that. So this has all the gaskets for the head. So, and then the starter yesterday, I forget if I told you guys or not, but we're not dealing with Napa anymore on those starters. No receipt, and they wouldn't warranty it, even though I had 2 purchase histories from California and from Western PA near Pittsburgh. And they said because there's no receipt, they don't warranty it, even though it's lifetime warranty. So this little part right here is what has been a pain in the ass. So if you need a pilot bearing and nothing else for Ram 35 and 2500 Cummins, SCE-1211 is the part number for your Chinese bearing. And I recommend putting a shitload of grease in there, because these don't last very long. Because when I pulled mine out, it was gone. Alright, this is ready to go back in. Other than just waiting on the other motor mount is all. so probably gonna start trying to finesse it in there. I would have liked to pressure wash this engine, or the engine bay, but I think I'm just gonna wait until it's all back together to do it. I know it sucks. I just don't have, we don't have the time to do it, unfortunately. The plan, I have to have this out of here by tomorrow. That's kind of why we're rushing. That's one of the reasons we didn't do bearings, we didn't do rings. Everything looked good, so we threw everything back together as is. It's one of those, it has to be out by tomorrow, sometime early tomorrow. This will get in. I'll try to get the head on today. I want to get all of the miscellaneous bullshit that, let's see, I'll show you what I mean by miscellaneous bullshit. Like, stuff like loose parts like this needs to go, the valve covers need to go on, the rocker pedestals, all that stuff. These we can set aside, like things like that. The injectors we're not going to put in, the P-pump we're not going to put in, the pump over there we're not, like anything we're going to rebuild we're going to set aside, and then everything else can go in. AC compressor, obviously need to get a new one of those. That's my point. So all that stuff needs to go. I'll probably just put the AC delete belt back on it just for shits and giggles. We need to get an oil filter for it. We need to fill it with oil. So there is a little bit of a list to do, but for the amount of time that I had been working on this thing, we did do pretty good on time. I'm just gonna keep rolling with it and slap it in and call it a day. All right, so I got TDC marked right there with the back of the cam because mine's broken. So it seems like that's the norm. They seem to break. So I'm gonna pop it back in there just to keep oil from coming out and shit. And then pop this guy back in. All right, it's time. Slap her in. Not sure what I'm gonna do with the starter, because like I was saying earlier with Napa, they did not replace it. This thing's a lifetime warranty through Napa, but because I bought it in California, apparently they don't link their stores like AutoZone, Advanced, O'Reilly, you know, all the other stores. And I don't like AutoZone or Advanced either, but that's kind of ridiculous. So I've actually bought 2 of these from them. So the guys that before were bitching that I didn't, or that I was gonna return that starter, the brand new one, not the one I was using. Screw Napa, honestly. Like, that's just, I'm not gonna deal with them anymore. So I will not buy a single thing from Napa anymore. I don't care that I can easily get fuel filters from them. I'll start ordering them online. But that's that's probably $300 worth of starters, and they just, yeah, they won't honor their shit. So why spend money somewhere where they're not going to honor or back up and keep their word? So good with that. Just wish we had no Rileys near us. That would be pretty sweet. Look at that. Yeah, I did the blue bolts on this side too. I'm not taking them off. Engine is in, completely bolted down. Transmission's bolted up. We're gonna throw the head gasket on after cleaning the surface up a little bit more, checking it with the straight edge and everything. So everything's good here. So we're gonna get this thing all slapped back together. But yeah, here's where we're at. So I'm not gonna be able to fire it today though. Like I said, no oil filter, no oil, none of that. But we're gonna get pretty close. All right, head is on. I have all the bolts in. I have tightened all of the bolts down. That should not be that tight. That was a whoopsie. I've tightened all the bolts down with the ratchet, so they're all tight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to back them all off a half a turn, because they're not supposed to be tight, but you want to make sure that they're going to bottom out, and then I go off of them a back a turn, like half a turn. So that one there, I missed that one because whoopsies. That one's right in front, but is what it is. Same with, nope, that one's fine. Yeah, just once they're bottomed out, I'm gonna go through and check all these and just make sure that they're all actually bottomed out, but you guys get the point. That one is, yep. So I want all of the studs tight in the head, and like I said, off a half a turn, because you do not want these tight in the head when you start torquing. When they start expanding and contrasting, when you're throwing some heat to it, you will not have a good day. You can snap studs, you can break stuff, you can break the block, break the head. Don't do that. Make sure that they're all loose. Like I said, if I'm gonna go in here, let's see. Give her a good, make sure she's nice and snug in there. Now, boom. Give her a little bit more, because boom, there you go. So I'm gonna do that with every one of them, make sure they're all tight, and then loosen them all. Head studs are torqued. Since I am reusing these, I am only torquing them to 125 instead of 130 like my brothers. So we're at TDC, and that I can tell you already is too tight. So we're at TDC, top dead center. I verified that with the thing on the back. So this should be loose. This one is, but this one's not. So I'm gonna go ahead, crack every one of these loose. I'm not gonna do a valve adjustment just yet. I don't wanna spin the motor over, because if I spin the motor over, then it's gonna be hard to find TDC again. So looks like the motor actually spun a little bit. I don't think we're at 100% TDC. I'm gonna have to verify that. But, because when I did it, this was over here. This should be up and down right there. So I don't know, maybe, you know what? Maybe I will do a valve adjustment just to get it over with and call it good. I still have to extract this stud right here, and hopefully one of these doesn't go flying and snap like Josh's did. And if one snaps, hopefully it's one up here on the front and not one in the back. All right, so all this stuff is still back on. I got that all painted nice. Waiting on the horn, and then I'm gonna try, I never got this stud out, so we're gonna try to get that out. I got the drill bits and whatnot. So I'm gonna try to undo that, because it's been a hot minute, and then we'll put the exhaust manifold on. All right, here's where we're gonna leave off. Everything's in. We still couldn't get that bolt out. We took heat, all that bullshit. So, gonna get this thing towed in the morning, call it a day, put this thing on the back burner for about a week or two, because we got shop work next week. So, do that, clean this mess up, and everything's gonna get, you know, AC compressor, new oil filter, oil. Probably replace the air filter as well, because we tore the engine open and shit, so it'd be nice to start fresh. P-pump needs worked. Starter, I think I've already told you guys all that. So head studs are torqued 125. We got the intake horn back on. So did want to paint the exhaust manifold, but I don't think we're gonna get time. I wanted to paint the head too, but not super worried about it. So a little oily. We'll get it all pressure washed at some point. Call it a day. No alternator either. So all right, Tweedledee's here to pick the trailer up. So we're gonna get my truck towed out here today. Here he goes. I just got here, so he's hooking up. I don't know why he was hooking up that way, but oh man, the more I ride this thing, the more I enjoy it. So I'm gonna go show you guys where we're at in the shop. Did some reorganizing so we can have straight through here. Look at that. We got the engine in the truck in the corner, the engine in it, the plow. Hopefully if I pay for that plow in time, it's mine. So this thing's all but together, but like I said, we're gonna put this thing on the back burner because I don't need it this week. We also have to put this bumper on. So engine's in there. Go get the little things it needs, but I got customer work, so I'd rather do what's gonna pay me first, and then I'll start taking this back out on the road. We'll see what happens, but I'm gonna wait for him to hook up. Oil stain. Oil stain. This doesn't have a drop of oil in it, and it's still leaking oil. Guess we're just gonna have to sell it. What do you think? We sell this, and we go get a Ninja H2. They're supercharged. They make like 300 horsepower from the factory. Sell the truck, buy an H2, automatically fast. Hotshot? No, God no. All right, Stone's 10,000 pound truck, one Durango, and the other truck. So, oh goodness gracious! Hold on. Ow. All right. This is gonna be interesting, but I can't film it because I can film it. We're good. Ready when you are. We need 2 trucks to pull mine because no traction. Oh yeah, look at that. It's amazing when you have 2 4-wheel drive vehicles and one that doesn't run. See, it doesn't matter if you have 4-wheel drive if it doesn't run. Yeah. Y'all look crazy. Look at that. All right. Forgot to put the mirrors in. Glad to see Josh is getting his use out of his truck. We crushed this fender because my spotter, oof, I gotta fix that. You guys doubting my work for some reason. How's the truck running?
Great.
It's So all the guys who doubt my work just because they don't have anything better going on.
Yeah, jinx my truck, please.
If it breaks, it's under warranty.
Oh.
You get a 3-day warranty. All right, I'll follow behind you. Are you coming back out here, or you want to go out there? All right, I'll wait for you. Said he got 2 more clicks on the straps. This thing's leaking, I think, power steering fluid, but whatever. Get back on the little 300 and keep moving. All right, just getting off. Here we go. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, got her off. I gotta put the windows up and shit, but here's where she's gonna sit for a couple weeks because I am not in a hurry to get back to work. Also, so the guy who parks next to me, that's a nice truck. I like that, especially with the light bar and shit and the trailer. Love it. That is a, I don't know, I've always liked the 450s. But that Diamond C is just money. I'm telling you, that's beautiful. Okay, filming. All right, we dropped it off. Batteries are dead as shit, so like I said, it's just gonna sit here. I'm not super worried about it. I really wanna go back to the other 06 style front lights at some point. We gotta get a bunch of things for it, but whatever, not in any hurry. That's more fun. Customer work. So, have fun, good luck. I'm gonna head home and then I'm gonna go grab Liam. All right, well, I'm gonna leave that here. And we're gonna head down to Baltimore. I haven't driven a car in like 2 or 3 weeks now, so. Alright, so like I was saying, we are headed to Baltimore. We got about an hour and 40 minutes till we get there. Our appointment's at 11:15, so we're gonna be picking up another Durango. So, let's just get there and see how the trip goes. Definitely really weird driving this over the truck, but oh well, I'm so much more used to the truck. Let's just get there and we'll go from there. Alright, we made it out. Bunch of cool trucks here. I like this guy's truck. I think the headlights match it pretty good, but he's got an Appalachian. Looks like a 3-car, but with the top deck. Wouldn't mind getting one of them at some point, but this guy's got a wedge. So, like I said, made it. Already went in, did the paperwork, so everything's good. I'm just waiting. I got here at 10:30. They got me in within like 5 minutes. So, looks like there's a guy over there welding. Neat. So, got me in within 5 minutes, and like I said, we'll get this thing picked up. I'll film all that, and hopefully be able to get back pretty quick. So it was like an hour and 45 minutes, not too bad. Well, one dude'd be pissed up there, but still waiting. I like that 3-car, but doesn't look like the one I had. The aftermath of that fender we smashed. So we got the inside like a little bit straighter. We're gonna obviously do better, but we got all this straight. He mudded it didn't come out the perfect, but again, it's not it's a work trailer, not a show trailer. So for what it is, it came out pretty decent. He also got the bar straight yesterday, right here, straighter. There was a lot of heat put into that, but we're gonna keep trying with that. We're gonna either set the winch like here or up here. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet, but we did get the winch plate and everything. So either a box is gonna go here, or the winch plate will sit up here and we'll reinforce it to the frame. So either or, but yeah, so there's the aftermath of that. And then this, you guys will see in there, like, he also seam sealed a lot of it. I should probably push some of that up in there. I guess it didn't dry yet, but so all in all, not too bad. It works. It's not nearly as ugly as it was. This side got damaged at one point. I guess someone from Copart, I think, or when they dropped a car, they set it on it, so it kind of bowed that out. But it sucks. But that's oh yeah, I didn't even see that. That's all part of owning a trailer, I guess. They all get beat and used. And I also noticed on the trailer too, where like some of the welds are, like you can tell that they don't take their time to do some of these welds. Like you can see the porosity in here. I get that it's not structural, but even still, it's like there's no care in these new trailers anymore. So this dude is freaking the fuck out over like shit taking too long, and they're putting vehicles in wrong spots and stuff. I remember a long time ago, by the way, but I remember a long time ago, like, I used to be impatient like that, and I just don't get it. It's like, yes, it sucks, but it's really not that bad. Just, oh man, if you're getting stressed out over something that you're supposed to enjoy doing for a living, then this might not be the right industry for you, which is one reason I got out of certain specific aspects of trucking. Yes, it sucks when stuff takes forever, but like in this case, it's like you just gotta expect it. I mean, I don't know what his situation is, but fuck it, we're still waiting. It's 11:10 right now. Our appointment's at 11:15. Paperwork, everything's good and gone, so it's like I've been sitting here for 40 minutes, other than when I went in and did the paperwork, but so we're still pretty good ahead of schedule. So if we can get this thing strapped down by like 11:30, 12 o'clock, we'll be back well before 2. 11:39, just talking to him over there and a couple other guys. So this guy here's cool, asking about the appellation, but apparently mine's next. I asked the guy, he said yours is already claimed, the guy's bringing it now. How honest do we think he's being? Who knows? Didn't even use a quarter tank to get down here. Look at that. So hopefully he's coming pretty soon. That one guy, he left already. Came here for 3 cars. He was in a pretty pissed off mood, I guess, so. And the guy's trying to load him, he was even more pissed off. It's like, man, you know, it sucks, but patience. I got here. So yeah, I've been here an hour and 10 minutes. Well, there she is. Front way's on. Yeah, just the front towards it. Perfect. Took her a hot minute, but we'll see how she does. I'm gonna put it a little more and a little more. That's good. Perfect. Thanks, sir. All right, let's see how she looks on the inside. Get that e-brake pushed down. Ugh. Cool. Keys in it. E-brake down. We'll get her strapped. Hopefully not too much weight for this guy, and yeah, let's get her strapped and get out of here. Now, if you were actually transporting something for somebody, you definitely want to notate that the cats were stolen. Interesting. Well, this thing's gonna be loud when he fires it up. I just happened to notice it when I was under here. So I don't know if these have 3 or just 1, but at least that one's missing. All right, Durango has been received. Hopefully I had him pull it up far enough, but I guess we'll see. It's sitting pretty level. Fuck it. Let's get her home, get it out of here, and hopefully it's a relatively simple ride. Well, we got it. It's back there. I don't know. I'm not a fan of towing with short wheelbase vehicles. It's just not for me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go and get a trailer for myself at some point for stuff like this, but I think I'm looking, rather than going big, I think we're gonna downsize. I don't know yet, because I had that opportunity to buy that 40, and with everything going on, I was like, yeah, let's not. I'm gonna try to find maybe a 25 or 30 foot gooseneck, because bumper pulls we can't put on the insurance. So I'd like a gooseneck, 25 or 30 foot, something light but something dependable, rated at 17,000 pounds, so I can still tow it dually and be within my 26,000 pounds capacity. So we'll see if we can find that. But other than have an hour and a half until we get there, and all is well. Well, it made it. Humidity might fog the camera up a little bit, but here she is. Huh. Something's wrong. Maybe it is unlatched, who knows. No straps flew off, nothing, nope. We good. This one's a little loose, but this one's tight. No, it's not. Oh well. She made it.